First Street Podcast, we can't miss, we can't miss. We cover everything you could possibly ever know. First Street Podcast, we can't miss, we can't miss. We just can't miss. First Street Podcast. Yo guys, we're doing my anxiety attacks. So I've had very bad anxiety throughout the years, especially in 2020. Before COVID, actually, like really bad anxiety. I know a lot of you have had anxiety, but have you had anxiety as bad as me? Let's start. I've stated this in my last podcast about the history of crushes. I've been like, hey, I've had anxiety. The big part of that is why I can't really ask out a girl because I will literally die if I get rejected. I'll be like, oh my god, I just got rejected. Oh my god, what if she's like telling everyone, oh my god, I'm gonna die because I asked out this girl. She's gonna be like, hey, do you know this weird guy asked me out? And yeah, that's one reason why I can't ask out anyone, because I'll be like, oh my god, she said no. She's gonna tell one of her friends. And it's gonna be bad, it's gonna be... Sorry, I just yawned and almost barfed at the same time. But yeah, let's start off with the story first. I remember my friends, well, not my friends. Well, actually my friends, yeah. Or classmates, you can call them either one of them. They started singing this song, we're going on a trip and our bus is about to flip, flying through the sky. We're all gonna die. I remember seeing that in the car on the way to the hospital, getting a bump on my leg checked out because it was getting bigger. They wanted it to get removed. 3 years later, it got removed. I had surgery on it, and I'm happy about it. Yeah, I'm happy about it. You can still see the scar. I'm talking. That's too personal. Sorry. Yeah. I sung it, and she's like, I was with my Mimi and Mom, and they're like, no, don't say that, don't sing that, that's bad, you can't see, we're all gonna die. And I was like, I'm sorry, please don't tell my classmates, please don't tell my teacher, I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm gonna get every single one of my friends, suspended, and I'm gonna die. And so yeah, that was it was bad. That's how bad my anxiety was. Another thing I like to say is like I say friends when I mean classmates, because I don't know why, but I just say friends for some reason. So whenever I say my friends, I usually mean mates, unless they're my actual friends. Like saying like a person I don't like is my friend, I mean mate, obviously. Because I never want to call anyone that I hate a friend. Ugh. But I do, it's weird. Another instance of an anxiety attack was when I was on my way back from Colorado. It was very, very close to when I sang we're going on a trip and our bus about to flip thing that I just explained. It was really close to that, like 2 weeks later, or 1 week actually. And so I was gonna go back. My Jeepot and me stopped at a McDonald's. Well, we didn't stop at it. It was like in the airport. So we got some. There's no napkins, surprisingly, and my hand got dipped into the ketchup. I was like, oh my god. And so there was no napkins, and so I was looking at it, and there was a girl right across from me. She was like, her eyes were wide open. She was like, and she was like, is he about to lick it? She didn't really say that, but her mouth went to her dad's face. She was like, is he gonna lick it? And he looked at me. He was like, he looked at his daughter like, maybe. I was like, oh my god. I was like, I grabbed the that white paper or yellow paper that they have for their burgers. I grabbed that and wiped the ketchup off of me. And I was like, is she gonna tell the entire world that I was gonna lick the ketchup off of my hand, which I wasn't. And so I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die because she's gonna tell all the world, and I'm never gonna have a girlfriend anymore. I'm gonna live alone. I'm gonna die alone. I'm gonna get depression and die. I'm gonna die. I'm like, And so I was like, that's an anxiety attack. And we can also call this my young life experience. Not my young life, my wildlife experience so far. It all started the first month of school, August. I was in sixth grade. So my mom was like, you should get a thing, it's called WildLife. When Joshua and Abby go, oh my God, why did I say that? Your two friends go there. I'm like, well, the older one used to go there, and then he goes to Young Life. So and so I went there, and I was like, okay. So they gave you like free pizza, they gave you free water bottles. You could enter for free. You could get free food. You can get water. It was awesome, honestly. You can go outside and play football. You can stay inside to play Foursquare. You can gossip outside with the other ladies. Every time there was gossip outside with the ladies, and like 3 guys playing football. It was awesome. I honestly played Foursquare the entire time. There would always be that good player. Most of the time it'd be me. I'm not bragging, but yeah, it'd be me. Obviously, I'm just better. But then and then they would be like, "Hey, come inside," and then they would we'd play some fun games like get the cup. They'd call like random body parts, not like penis or anything like that. Yeah, they wouldn't call like penis or anything like that, but and then they would be like heads, knees, shoulders, knees and toes, and then cup, and whoever grabbed it first would be the winner, and they would go against another winner, and then so on until until there was only 2 people left, and the winner of that would win the whole thing and get a prize, like an extra ticket for the raffle. And I remember the first time, or was it the second time, I won the first prize. It was a head scratcher. I was like, yeah, I finally won something in my life, which was probably actually first time I won something in a raffle. And I would say that every time I'd win. And I was like, ooh. One time I won an entire bag of honey buns, and like it was so good. You should win anything. I remember the first. I remember the first raffle we ever did. The first prize was AirPods. I remember, and I was 1 number off. I swear to God. And I lost by 1. I was like, oh my God. But I'm so happy that the other person won, so I'm glad that, hence, clap for her. You can't tell by it now, but I'm clapping. Well, maybe you can tell. But, yeah, I was clapping. Yeah, it was fun. Everything was fun. I remember getting ice pops before I went on, spring vacation, so I got to eat all the ice. Well, I didn't eat all of them, but I shared some with my sisters on my vacation. And so, they also had, they had some fun stuff. And before, we went on to summer break, we had this thing. It was like a Foursquare tournament. I didn't win, sadly, even though I would become the king like every single time. I should have won, honestly. But you'd bring like 5th graders to the party, and you'd do Foursquare. You'd see who would win, and you'd get like Chick-fil-A gift cards and McDonald's and stuff. It was fun. I definitely came in like 4th, I think. Yeah. I think, I'm not sure. I probably came in last, you never know. But there was one trick that I did. I didn't notice this, but halfway through I was like, wait, what if I joined the square that Isabella was in? It was filled with all girls. Well, some of them were actually pretty good, but I did get through it a lot, so that was like a lot of points for me, which would probably force me to get like 4th. So, yeah. Oh my God, during that, So I was running to get a ball for Foursquare. It had rained the day before. There was like a spot. It was muddy. I didn't see it. It was like covered with leaves. I ran on it and I slipped. And I fell on my back. It hurt. Everyone was like, "Oh my God." Well, those people at my square, no one else noticed. Like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I usually say I'm fine when I'm like in pain. So I'm like, "I'm fine." Ah. So I'm just kidding. I was perfectly fine. It happened 2 times. One time I like fell on my leg, it hurt, and then the other time I just explained. So yeah. They also had a camp. I was like, "Mom, can I go?" And she was like, "Sure." I was like, "Yes." And so I made a lot of friends there. I met the new, so one thing, my WildLife leader, she got married and she was gonna move, so we got a new WildLife leader. His name was, I was about to say his name, but I'm not going to anymore, so I'll call him Big C. Big C. Oh, and I also made he wasn't necessarily a friend, but he was one of the leaders. We were like, we got a good connection. It was a boy, so don't be shipping me with her. So, it was a boy. His name was not, I'm not saying his name. We'll call him Big M. Big M and Big C. Okay, so Big M and Big C were my WildLife leaders during the camp. There was 3 other boys in the cabin that we shared. There was like girls' cabins and boys' cabins. I think the girls' cabins were more luxurious because our cabin was just a log cabin. There was like a building. It was like we were confused. I remember there's dodgeball. There was a lake. One time we saw a crocodile. Someone saw a crocodile there too. There was a pool. There was a slide. It was big. It's a big slide. There's a diving board. I remember doing backflips off of that. There was Gaga Ball. If you don't know what that is, I don't blame you. But it's so fun. It's like such a fun time. Octoball, it's Gaga Ball or Octoball. There's basketball. There was baseball. There was wiffle ball. There was wiffle ball. That I spent most of my time doing Gaga Ball and wiffle ball. Yeah. There was. Yeah. There was also lunch and breakfast and dinner. It was so fun. They would have like in the middle of the day service and have like night service. I remember there was this competition, lip syncing competition. I was so tired that night that I didn't even want to do it. But later, when it was our turn, my group's turn, I decided to do it. Okay, and we won the craziest award for it. And so also we had to like share a cabin, and the other was they were doing like the Frozen song, "Do you wanna build a snowman?" And so they got nominated for the wildest, and all they did was wear sunglasses and nod and shake their head, while 2 other people were doing like the Elsa thingy. They won the wildest, which was weird because there was another group who literally ripped their shirts just for the act. Yeah, they didn't win the wildest or craziest. I don't think they won an award, period. And I was like, bro, everyone was like, bro, how did they not win? And so I think they just like draw cards and like, oh, they won, I guess. But that was my time at WildLife. Well, there's more to explain to the story. I remember I tried to get a girlfriend there, but then my anxiety caught up to me. I was like, what if they come back next year? You don't want to date someone who's there again. I was like, oh my God, you're right. You're right. There's people from like Texas, South Carolina, and obviously Georgia. That's where I live. So yeah, WildLife is really good. I'm 100% going to WildLife if it's near you, or Young Life. Yeah, it's a great time. You would enjoy it. Yeah, it's like $300. You get like food. You get like like a trip there. It's fun. It's fun. You get to meet friends along the way. You get to meet friends. You could possibly get a girlfriend. Possibly. I didn't. I know that for sure. yeah, you could have a fun time there. I made a lot of friends. Yeah, I made like a lot of friends. It was just so fun. It was just so fun, honestly. It was like the funnest week of my entire life. Week, yeah, not weekend, because I've had very, very fun weekends. But yeah, it was very cool. It was very cool. You had it was, yeah. But they did take your phone, which was a downgrade because you can't just be on your phone the entire time. Oh, I do remember another fun week. Well, I'll have to do it in another podcast, but let's do another, word of the day? Well, quote of the day. Enjoy your life, make friends, okay. Enjoy your life, make friends, make more friends, maybe, like, lose friends along the way, but it's all the journey of life. That's the quote of the day. See you guys next time. Don't forget to smile.